As a shadow crosses mine, what it takes to come out. We found love in a hopeless place, and all of your love and affection is something that I can't replace. But you wanna switch up right now, I get it. Maybe you want some space. Seeing you talk to another guy, I could've given you that and more. I could've given you my embrace. Have you ever felt pain in your heart so strong that not even God can heal? But I put a facade on, smile for the pain that I don't want her to feel. Now I'm in control of my life, the pain in my heart is starting to heal. We found love in a hopeless place, baby, I wanna make...
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to a new YouTube video. I don't think I've ever actually done a video with this format before. So we're here at Right Aware training chest and biceps. So I'm going to be taking you through my workout to some extent, but also really wanting to talk about and dive into body image. And getting kind of honest and raw with you guys about my journey with body image and how I've been able to go from body dysmorphia, crippling insecurity, no confidence, definitely no confidence to film something like this in a busy gym, to the place I'm at now with how I see myself, my physique as a whole, and more my mindset, my mentality, and how I now think, and how that's different to back how it used to be. So yeah, this is going to be completely raw. This is not really going to be edited. I'm just going to take you through the workout, take you through that journey, and hopefully teach you guys a thing or two about body image and how you can start to overcome it for yourself.
So this is my top set of this flat chest press machine that I don't usually do, but today I just felt like starting with it.
So yeah, we're hitting three chest movements, 3 bicep movements. Actually training at a new gym. So Katie and I are living about half an hour away from where I have been living with Mum. We've moved down to Brighton, so down by the beach, and so this gym has become our local. I'm absolutely loving the change of scenery, change of environment, and this Right Aware also has a ton of new machines that we've been testing out. So these workouts lately have been very much trying out new equipment and having a bit of a play. So my body dysmorphia, body image challenges, I guess, really started back in primary school. So I have gynecomastia, which is essentially excess fat around my chest, which is something that's very common in men, otherwise known as man boobs. And this started to really become an issue in sort of year 6 or 7, so 12, 13 years old, where I was bullied for my chest because I looked different. I never used to like, swimming at school because I would either wear a rashie, or if I had to go topless, I would feel incredibly insecure. So that's where it all sort of started for me. And then I carried that through primary school, through high school. I played basketball at quite a high level. So my whole, 6 or 7 years playing basketball, I was a guy that would wear a singlet under my basketball jersey. I would hate to take my shirt off in the change rooms in front of everyone because I felt different and I thought I was going to be ridiculed, and I was ridiculed throughout those years. So living with that for so long created this narrative in my head that I was different, I was an outlier, that my body wasn't good enough, that I never felt confident in my body, I never felt confident being shirtless. And the more I lived like that, the more I thought like that, the more that's who I saw myself as, the more that turned into and became my reality and who I was. Alright, so first bicep movement of the workout is going to be this preacher curl with a real focus on the extended range, so sort of at the bottom. So I like to have my feet forward, kind of lean myself back, so the peak resistance and force is at the bottom here in the lengthened position, and then we'll sort of hit the more mid to shorten range throughout the rest of the workout. So I only got 2 working sets, aiming for 6 to 10 reps, 2 failure, within 1 rep of failure. Too long. for that one. So yeah, the whole body image thing was a big struggle for me through all my adolescent life, and then into my teen years. And the only way that I thought I would ever get out of it was through physical change, right? I saw myself in the mirror, I saw a body that I didn't like the look of, I didn't feel confident in, that, would impact my relationships and my intimacy and my connection, and just the way I saw myself as a man. And then I got into PT, got my Cert 3 and 4, and I started working in a gym, and that kind of made it even worse, because I would see all these trainers, these coaches, these online coaches, these PTs on the gym floor that looked incredible, and I would compare myself to them, and I'd be like, well, why would anyone come and train with me? Why would anyone work with me? And that continued to warp the perception that I held of myself. And I truly thought the only way I was ever going to be able to fix that was to get super shredded, to get abs, to get the big arms, to get that typical magazine-worthy physique that I would compare myself to. And I tried to do that. In my early 20s especially, I went from sort of low 90 kilos all the way up to like 115, and nowhere in that weight range, in that spectrum, was I ever happy, was I ever confident in my physique. And that sort of left me at this dead end, because I was like, well, if I can't be happy in a 25 kilo weight range, how am I ever going to love my body? Honestly, it felt hopeless, and I thought that was how I was going to be forever. All right, moving on to exercise number 3, second chest movement. So I wouldn't typically do this plate-loaded incline press. I don't love it. I know it's not fantastic for the upper chest, but I don't know. I just walked past it and I wanted to do it. That's the thing when you start training at a new gym. It's got a heap of different machines. You just want to try them all out. So this week, as the first week being here, just sort of trying all the different machines, and then I'll program for myself properly from next week when I sort of know what's here. But I generally follow the same structure. I'm big on only doing 2 working sets, but training with intensity. So as you'll see today, I'll do 3 chest, 3 biceps, only 2 working sets each, so that's 12 total, and always aiming for sort of that 4 to 8 rep range, 4 to 10 rep range is generally where I like to fail, and then I'll just progress each week. So yeah, second chest movement of the day, incline hammer. This is my last working set. Yeah, honestly, feeling really good today. I think just a change of scenery sometimes can do wonders for your training. You all right? Come on, go. All right, only getting 4 there. So yeah, after years of trying to find the solution in the physical world, in the fitness industry, working with coach after coach, trying to, achieve body transformation after body transformation, I realized that it couldn't, that wasn't the answer. So I started to do, inner world work. I started working with a business mentor at the time who actually did a lot of sort of the internal world, so internal work. So how to shift belief systems, language, stories, and actually understanding how our brain and our mind works. And that's when it finally started to click for me. I realized that my body dysmorphia, the way I saw myself, was simply a projection of something deeper within me. And the reason my body transformation attempts never stuck was because I saw myself a certain way. I had a certain identity that I was living out, that I was creating a reality based around, right? I was the guy that had body dysmorphia. I was the guy that had gynecomastia and the chest that made me feel insecure. I was a guy that, was never going to be confident. So that is what I continue to create. That's how our mind and our reality works, how our belief systems work. What we believe, we then project out and see in our reality, and that filters into our actions and the results that we actually get. So this was the first time that I was like, okay, I get it. I understand understand why I always self-sabotage, why I can't stay consistent, and why I continue to see myself in this certain light. And that was when that glass ceiling finally cracked, and I was like, okay, like I'm not crazy, like I can actually change this. I don't have to live with these insecurities anymore. I just need to start to rewire my inner world. All right, so I didn't film my second bicep exercise, which was literally just a seated supinating curl. The dumbbell section was just very busy and I didn't want to film and get other people in my video. So that's what we did, supinating bicep curl, and now just finishing with a pec deck, sort of high reps here. So 8 to 12 rep range. Again, only 2 working sets. We'll do this and then we'll do 1 more bicep exercise and then we will be done ski. Final exercise there, just a rope hammer curl, just to finish off those biceps nicely. 8 to 10 reps, and that's the workout done. Let's go upstairs and we'll wrap this video up. All right, so we're going to wrap this video up at home. I got sidetracked after that last exercise. I did my cardio and then I sort of lost track of where I was in the video. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to wait till I get home and edit what I'd done, and we'll finish it here. So long story short, I guess fast forwarding to where I am now in regards to my body image, was I learned that the answer to overcome body image insecurities, body dysmorphia, and this negative perception we can hold of our body is in the synergy of the physical work and the mental work. So I have spent a lot of years and a lot of time rewiring my mind and understanding that body dysmorphia that I was experiencing was simply a projection of this limiting belief and this limiting story that I held about myself that I picked up from all those years of not feeling good enough in my body, right? And I had evidence everywhere I looked in my life to reinforce that was who I was. But what I understood and what I think is a really great takeaway for you guys watching this video is every belief you have about yourself is a decision that you have made. So when it was put like that, and I realized and I got it highlighted to me that I had these belief systems about my confidence, who I was as a man, my capabilities around my body, and that those were the decisions I was making about myself, that didn't sit well with me. Right? I didn't want to feel like that. I didn't want to believe that about myself. I didn't want to live a life where those things continued to pull the strings. So my journey these last couple of years to sort of where I am now has been shifting these beliefs, making new decisions, detaching and removing and letting go of these old stories, these old ways of thinking, these old beliefs, which has slowly started to shift the lens in which I see myself through. And these concepts can be quite challenging to put across in a simple YouTube video like this. I have, deep processes and systems and frameworks that I take my clients through, where I really teach them how our mind works and how all these things kind of interconnect to give us our reality and our body and our inconsistencies and our problems and all these different things. But what you need to know if you are struggling with this is get clear on the beliefs you have about yourself. What do you believe to be true about who you are? What is your identity? Who do other people see you as? And then ask yourself, is this how I want to be? Are these the decisions that I want to make about who I am? Or is this not actually in alignment with the kind of life I want to live, with the person I want to be, with this body, this dream body that I want to achieve, right? And then we systematically start shifting these beliefs, these thoughts, these emotions, which then lead to our actions and our results, right? So that is how I've gotten to where I am now, in a body that I love, and I can have two things be true at once. I know my worth, my value as a man. I know that I'm worthy as a human, as a man, regardless of how I look. However, to me, I want my self-worth and my self-esteem to be, I guess, propped up and made better by my body, by my physique, how I actually take care of myself. And all of these things, when they work together, you know, we get that stronger mind, the changed belief systems. I speak about myself better. The way I see myself is better, which then impacts my actions, my training, my nutrition, my consistency, which then impacts my thoughts and my mind. And it's this really positive feedback loop, this positive cycle versus that negative body dysmorphia cycle, insecurity cycle that we can get ourselves in. Right. So yeah, that is in, again, this is a topic that I can speak on for ages, and I've got a heap of other videos up, all my TikTok and Instagram content, podcasts where I go into more of these areas in detail. But yeah, guys, that is how I healed my body dysmorphia. I'm in a body that I love. I feel, you know, strong and confident as a man, and I'm able to then show up as the leader of my life, and I'm building a life, my business, my body, my relationships, my lifestyle. Like even sitting here, you know, at the beach, which is literally sort of right there. I don't know if you can see, it's quite sunny, but down to the smallest little detail of my life is now possible because of who I am, who I know I am, and the way my mind is set up. Right. So yeah, I hope you guys have found this video useful. If you've got any questions or comments, chuck them down below. And if you're someone that is wanting to get out of this negative spiral of body image, of body dysmorphia, of however that is showing up for you, you know, so you can build your dream body and become that unfuckwithable leader of your life, then reach out. Right. This is what I'm here to do. I'm here to help. And I dare say I'll be able to do that for you. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. And we'll see you in the next one.